We hacked it 9 million times than any other show in Mzansi. Thank you for tuning in to the biggest hit show in the motherland. We go by the name of Ekse Live. Follow us on Twitter, it's Ekse_live. On Facebook, it's Ekse on Cape Town TV. Hoping that you took that ad break as time for you to go and wash your hands, because you have to do it all the time.
Yes,
every 15 or 30 minutes, right?
I'm not sure about the time, but I know you have to do it on a regular.
Yeah, use soap, it needs to foam, and 20 seconds of your time to do that. And if you're traveling somewhere, make sure that you do have the sanitizer in your pocket. And please, use your elbows and cover your face when you cough or sneeze. Be protected, be safe.
Yes, definitely. And we will keep you entertained as well as informed throughout the hour of 5 while you guys do the precautions to make sure that this virus does not spread. Another guy who's contributing one way or another to the safeness of everything that's going on right now in the country. He's a student at UCT, he goes by the name Tamir. He has invented an app. What else has he done?
I don't know, let's ask him.
Yes, welcome to the show. How are you doing?
Thank you so much for having me, flattering me. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for having me, guys.
Yeah, tell the people who you are and what it is that you are here for today.
Cool. So my name is Tamir Shklaz. I am originally from Johannesburg, and I moved down to Cape Town 5 years ago to study electrical and computer engineering. As of last year, I finished and graduated, thank goodness.
Congratulations.
It was a long and hard 4 years, and I'm happy to be out of it. But in the process, I've done two things which I think would be worthwhile speaking about in this interview. One would be when I was in my third year of university, I started a company called quell, which is a marketplace for secondhand textbooks at university. That platform rapidly grew and is helping thousands of students across South Africa. The platform has saved students more than 2 million rand on their textbooks and serves more than 32,000 students across South Africa.
Wow.
Currently, however, given the context of everything going on in the world and just how crazy this all is, that's been put on hold, given the fact that university students aren't in university at the moment. And I developed a project in response to the ongoing chaos and uncertainty in regards to the coronavirus called Coronapp. And Coronapp is a centralized repository for reliable and accurate information around the coronavirus in South Africa. So on the platform, you're able to find live statistics about where cases of corona have been found. You're able to find reliable and reputable news around the information and reliable and reputable safety tips about the virus.
How does the
currently that is taking off.
How does it work, and where can people download it?
So it's not, even though it's called Coronapp, it's not actually an app, it's a website.
Okay.
But we've used like cutting edge technologies in order to develop the website such that it behaves exactly like an app. So you won't be able to tell the difference.
Okay.
So the way it works is you just go onto the website, coronapp.co.za, and you'll be able to see a live map of South Africa, and you'll be able to navigate through the website and find information that you're looking for. It's pretty simple at the moment, and we're currently working on adding features such as visualizations and graphs, so you can see like the rate of spread. And a couple additional things we're really excited to work on is a more comprehensive like FAQ system. So many South Africans have so many questions about this virus, and there isn't a place where they're able to find reliable answers. Or if there is, it's maybe on News 24 or on Twitter. It's all over the place. So we're wanting to build a feature such that individuals are able to ask questions, and we have a team of medical experts and representatives from government that can answer those questions and then distribute that to everyone on the platform. So that's what we are currently working on, and potentially would be working on a case tracing system where individuals would be able to kind of log where they've been, such that you could trace where people have been, and then if a person becomes infected, you're then able to inform everyone that person has been infected, everyone who has been in contact with that person over the past 2 weeks, that they're at risk. They should either get tested or go into quarantine. That's currently our focus and objectives.
Now back to the Corona app, right? I wanna know, how can an individual trust the information that you guys post on the website? where do you guys get it? Because there's a thing called fake news. The other guy coined it. But now, I understand there was a thing trending on Twitter recently. There's a lady got information from WhatsApp. Now, in every room in a house, in a corner, she put onions. So obviously, I don't think that helps in any way. But how can we verify that your information is actually accurate?
Is accurate. So we're gaining information only from incredibly reputable sources. So in regards to all of the healthcare information, we are only taking information from 3 places: the National Department of Health, the Center for Disease Control, and the World Health Organization.
Okay.
So these are huge bodies whose information can be trusted. In regards to news, we are then only sourcing our news and information pertaining to news from reputable sources as well. So those would include News 24, ENCA, The Economist, Eyewitness News, etc. So using the reputation of existing industries and then vetting, or rather the reputation of existing bodies and then vetting those bodies, we're then able to ensure that the information on the platform is accurate and reliable.
So it's corona.co.za.
Corona app. So Coronapp. CORANAPP.co.za.
How has the reception been since the inception of the Corona app?
Overwhelming.
Yeah.
Truly overwhelming. We released the website a week ago, and it's gotten more than 300,000 page hits,
What?
and it's serving around 10,000 people a day that are going onto the website. We've been, like just today, we've been featured on like 4 different newspapers. This interview now, we have an interview tomorrow. We're being featured on the BBC.
Hey.
It's just crazy.
Yeah, and you're about to gain 1,000 more users because people are watching Ekse right now and you're giving this information. And I'll be one of them during this ad break.
Yes, I hope so. It's really important as well because there's so much. I think there are two like things that are kind of going on. One, there's so much information out there, and it's overwhelming, and a lot of it is false, and some of it can be actively harmful.
Yeah.
So it means, and it's not only harmful to yourself, it's harmful to the individuals around you. So it means as individuals, we really have to take the responsibility to ensure that the information we're getting is accurate because we're going to be sharing that information with others. And consequently, the places where we then go and find information, we have to mindfully choose those. So that's why we think Coronapp is so important. And the other one is like anxiety. Like this is a tough time for mental health and just like staying sane, right? And like if you're just scrolling through Facebook and Instagram and you're reading about, okay, don't take ibuprofen and Disprin, and if you put onions in the corner of your room, you're just like, it's information overload. You don't know what you should do. You don't know what you shouldn't do. So rather just try and get as much information as you need to such that you're able to protect yourself and then just stop. At a certain point, more information just doesn't help.
Are you social distancing, Tamir?
I mean, evidently, right?
Before we let you go, I want to find out.
I've got some fish over here, so that's
At least you do have company.
I bought a plant, so that's apparently what's keeping me company.
Yeah. How do you make this information accessible to marginalized communities?
So that's a challenge. So I think there are 2 challenges in regards to marginalized communities. One would be data. So data is very expensive and perhaps people couldn't afford it. And the second one would perhaps be language. And I've seen this, like just the language around the coronavirus is complex, even in English for like native English speakers. So then for individuals who it's a second language, and then you need to understand like how this thing works, and you're reading it in English, it's hard. So those are really the 2 things we want to try to overcome. So one is to get the platform data free. So we're currently in talks with government in order to achieve so. And 2 would be to translate the platform. So we do have a means to translate the content on the platform. So it would be available in Zulu, Spedi, Afrikaans, the most common kind of languages in South Africa. And then that way we'd be able to get this information to marginalized communities.
Cool stuff. Thank you so much for the job that you're doing. It's very informative and very necessary. We need this information so that we get educated as well as safe. and
Yeah,
healthy.
definitely. Hopefully that we're going to get you back because I had more questions. So when this thing is all over, I want to see what else you guys do with the app and how you transform it to maybe adapt to what's
100%.
going on.
Put them back.
Yeah, definitely.
And
Right
keep
now.
creating, Tamir.
Thanks,
Because
guys.
2 apps
Thank you. Appreciate it.
successful. Thank you so much.
Cool. Cheers,
Yeah.
guys. Stay safe. Stay healthy.
Yeah,
All the
cool
best.
stuff. Everybody go make yourself a cup of soup or coffee. You need your throat to be hydrated with warm liquids. Corona doesn't like warm things.
And also wash your hands, and we'll be back straight after the break.
Yeah.